Hey, I'm Michael I with Asian Feed. It's great to be with you today. Of
Hi, thank you for having me.
course, so starting off, Percy Jackson is such a beloved book series with so many fans worldwide. What do you think fans of the novels should be excited to see in the series?
Well, I think we say this a lot, but one of the benefits of being a TV show is we get way more time to play around, and so part of that is like things that fans of the books will notice is that there's a lot of Easter eggs, especially in the casino. There's a few like when Percy first gets to Camp Half Blood. There's a few that kind of tease, he's the son of Poseidon, and yeah, I'm really excited that we got to get the time to flesh out characters that were just kind of glanced over in the books.
Amazing. And did you read the books? And if so, which one was your favorite if you had to choose?
Yeah, I was a huge fan of the books before I even knew that they were making a TV show. I read them in like third or fourth grade or something like that, and they left a huge impression on me. They're what got me into reading. I love reading now, and it's pretty much solely because of those books. My favorite one is is kind of a basic answer, but I'll say five.
Awesome. So if you were a demigod at Camp Half-Blood, which Greek god would you want to be your parent and why?
I think Oh man, I mean, none of them are like great. Um, but I would say Hermes, just because I think he cares the most about his children. Even with Luke, like it's heartbreaking to him that he can't intervene and like help his Luke's mother or like help Luke because he knows it has to happen, but he still tries to, he gives him the shoes, he visits the house whenever he can. And I think he definitely puts in the most effort, I think.
Absolutely. And I think what made the series so fun to watch was really the chemistry between you and the entire cast. What was it like working with the other cast members?
I mean, it was great. At the chemistry reads, I think we all kind of realized that this was going to be it. Like, this was the cast. And, when we got to Vancouver to start filming, it was just even stronger. And we started hanging out offset almost immediately, which I've never had happen. With like, I mean, very few of my projects does the cast like bond on that level that quickly. And, part of it was because of our acting coach, Andrew, who kind of helped us get over the kind of like when you're very wary of meeting someone for the first time, he kind of brought us very close. And I think it shows on camera that chemistry from the first episode.
Amazing. And there were certainly many thrilling action sequences throughout the series. What was it like filming those? And are there any memorable behind the scenes moments that you can share?
Yeah, I mean, we worked with an incredible stunt team. Eli, who's a stunt director and choreographer, along with Trevor. I mean, they killed it. They knocked it out of the park. The entire stunts team was incredible. And I saw part of the Ares fight, which happens in episode 8. That is one of the best choreographed fight scenes in the show and that I've ever seen. Like, it was incredible. And one of my favorites was like when we're running from Cerberus, we're just sprinting down this huge stretch of like black sand that they built for us, and we're running along an obsidian wall, and then they kind of pull me back on a harness, and I go flying through the air. I mean, that was so much fun.
Amazing. And as an Asian centric outlet, we love the South Asian representation that you bring to the series. How would you describe the impact and importance of seeing South Asian representation in a series like this?
I mean, it's incredible. This is kind of the first time that I've gotten to play the lead. Indians, I feel like especially, but a lot of Asian people, we can just kind of be sidelined as like, oh, they're the nerd or the geek. You're like the funny little backup. And I think the fact that I get to move past that and play someone who kind of takes focus and isn't, just a character to be sidelined or just kind of laughed at instead of with. I mean, that's incredible. He's someone who has heart and genuinely develops over the course of the series.
Amazing. And what would you say are the most similar characteristics that you share with your character?
Grover is a very empathetic character, and I'm not nearly arrogant enough to say I share that trait with him, because he does hold that on a very deep level. But, again, I read them at such a young age that they left a massive impression on me. And that empathy, that, acceptance, that grace that he has naturally of people and their flaws is something that I try to emulate from a day-to-day basis.
Awesome. And as a final question, if you had to describe the series in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words? Oh man. I'm so sorry. This is a great question. I just want to like answer it well. Um, this is kind of two words stretched into three, but um, trust no one.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. It was an absolute pleasure, and I hope
Of
you have
course.
the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.